Two of Jimmy Lai's children have spoken out after the verdict came down. His son Sebastien called it a dark day for anyone who believes in truth, freedom, and justice. And his daughter Claire says the verdict, quote, proves that the authorities still fear our father, even in his weakened state, for what he represents. Joining us for more is Jimmy Lai biographer Mark Clifford. Mark, thanks for coming on today.
Well, thanks for your interest in this case.
Jimmy Lai faces up to life in prison. Will he be able to appeal?
Well, I think he could, but as I think Bill McGurn just said so eloquently, this whole process has been a charade. We're happy to get this out of the way. The guilty verdict wasn't a surprise. Still feels like a kick in the stomach, quite frankly. I've known both Bill and Jimmy for 3 decades, and although everybody knew he'd be found guilty, it's still staggering in its injustice. There was an 855-page verdict, which did nothing but summarize a bunch of vague allegations that showed little more than that Jimmy was a wealthy newspaper owner who believed in democracy, put his money where his mouth was, and in fact, put his life on the line. So I don't think I don't know, I'm not privy to this, but I'd be surprised if he wanted to appeal. As Bill said, they needed to convict him before they could think about releasing him. I hope President Trump and Xi Jinping and Keir Starmer can come to some kind of agreement now.
Due to the high-profile coverage this trial has received, do you think that there's a chance that he might receive a reduced sentence, or is the goal making an example out of him?
Well, I think the goal has been to make an example out of him, to show that no matter how wealthy, how powerful, how eloquent, how committed to freedom you are, that no one is safe in Hong Kong if you cross the government. And honestly, he turned 78 last week. The absolute minimum he would get would be 10 years. And that's pretty much a life sentence in any event. So he has to count on China deciding that he's more trouble in prison than he would be out of prison. I mean, he's really causing them an international headache. And he gives the lie to China's claims to be a responsible international nation led by reasonable people.
This trial was widely viewed as a measure of the city's shrinking freedoms under Beijing's rule. What does this conviction mean for civil liberties in Hong Kong and China?
Well, if anybody had any doubt about the cruelty and barbarity of China's rule over Hong Kong, I think this puts an end to that. We've had nearly 2,000 political prisoners in Hong Kong in the last 5 years. People continue to be arrested. There was a 15-year-old brought up on national security charges recently. So it doesn't matter if you're 15 or 78, they're coming after you if they don't like what you're doing, if they don't like your T-shirt, or if they don't like the fact that you didn't give sufficient reverence to the national anthem. I mean, this was one of the freest cities in Asia, if not in the world. And in 5 years, this is what it's come to. Hundreds of political prisoners, people of great faith and great courage like Jimmy in jail.
Mark Clifford, thank you so much.